this is my testimony. My mom and dad never went to church. They didn't care for us going, but they never went. We had a loving home. They loved us, but they didn't go to church. But I always had a feeling in my heart, I always loved to go to church. And I was saved at 10, when I was 10 or maybe 11, at First Baptist Church. And of course, I didn't have a lot to change about because I was so young. But I grew up, and like I said, in a very loving home. And God gave us 3 brothers, and I had a very special sister that He gave me. And I've still got her. And then we moved to Kevil, and I started coming here to church. And I loved it. And the people were always so good to me. And I was close enough that I could walk. My parents didn't care for us coming, but they weren't very good at bringing us. They just, and thank God, there was always somebody in the church to come and get us when we could come. And Frank Thurman, he's one of my heroes. No matter where we lived, how muddy the road was, or no matter what, he always came and got us any time that we wanted to come to church. And I have always praised Frank for that. And then I, of course, grew up and met Jim, and I married very young, but I was never sorry. God gave me a very good man for a husband. And then we had a long life together, and then he gave us a very special son that we didn't think we would ever be able to have. He's always been good, and a few bumps in the road, but God knew that I was going to need him someday, and he's so very good to me. He fills his role as a son, and he's got 2 kids and my special grandson and granddaughter. I mean, He has just been so good to me all of my life. I've really never had a lot of trouble. He's just always taken care of me. And at one time in my life, after I'd been saved several years, I kept feeling, when the invitation was given, I knew God was wanting me to do something, but I knew I was saved, but yet I just kept feeling this. But finally, He let me know that, yes, you're saved, but you're not working. You're not doing anything for me, and you know, you just, and I realized that I wasn't. I had never done anything in the church. So I started in the nursery, worked my way up to the adults. Of course, I worked in Bible school, and I tried to do whatever I thought He wanted me to do. And Jim is always with me. And I just, now at the point in my life, a few years ago, I finally realized that God was always there. And now I'm free. I don't ever think about if something comes along, bad or good. I know that that's what God's doing in my life. And I don't worry about anything. I just know that whatever happens, He will get me through it, and I will get a blessing from it. So I love this church. I love every individual in it, and I feel like they love me. So I just praise God for my entire life.